Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. It's me, Alejandro Mendoza, or the Nerdy Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And we're back again for another video as we look at another film in my collection. And today we're looking at a 2022 film that was released in the Criterion Collection. I'm talking about Ryusuke Hamaguchi's Drive My Car on a Blu Ray from the Criterion Collection. Of course, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's having a good time during this sale. I hope you all have been enjoying some great movies. And of course, if you're new here and you enjoy physical media and you like movies and all that stuff, then this is the channel for you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel. And as always, I have a Patreon set up where you can lend an extra helping hand. It's over at patreon.com/the-nerdy-chicano. And you can go ahead and pledge to the lowest tier and you get early access. Other tiers you get video essays and cool stuff like that. But of course it is not mandatory, but it is appreciated. Either way, I'm happy that you all enjoy these videos, you watch these videos, and I hope you all continue to enjoy them. But if you do want to go ahead and lend an extra helping hand, I do have that Patreon set up for that. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and talk about this film from 2022, which landed in one of my favorite movies of that year. As always, you know that I'm going to read this introduction provided by Criterion, and then we look at the special features, and then we go into the review. But of course, without further ado, only Ryusuke Hamaguchi, with his extraordinary sensitivity to the mysterious resonances of human interactions, could sweep up international awards, including the Oscar for Best International Feature, and galvanize audiences everywhere with a pensive 3-hour movie presented in 9 languages and adapted from Haruki Murakami's stories about an experimental staging of an Anton Chekhov play. With Drive My Car, the Japanese director has confirmed his place among contemporary cinema's most vital voices 2 years after his wife's unexpected death. Yusuke Kafuku Hidetoshi Nishijima arrives in Hiroshima to direct a production of Uncle Ivania for a theater festival, and dull relationships with an actor, Masaki Okada, with whom he shares a tangled history, and a chauffeur, Toko Miura, with whom he develops a surprising rapport, finds himself facing up his emotional scars. This quietly mesmerizing tale of love, art, and grief, and healing is ultimately a cathartic exploration of what it means to go on living where there seems to be no road ahead. This Criterion comes in at spine number 1136 in the Criterion Collection, and of course included in this special edition Blu-ray is a new 2K digital master approved by director Ryusuke Hamaguchi with 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack, new interview with Hamaguchi, program about the making of the film featuring behind-the-scenes footage and interviews with actors Reika Kirishima, Hidetoshi Nishijima, Masaki Okada, Park Yurim, Jin Dae-yeon, and others. Press conference footage from the film's premiere at the 2021 Cannes International Film Festival. Trailer, new English subtitle translation and English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, plus an essay by author Brian Washington. And of course, this is the front of the packaging. This is the back. This is the spine. And then you open it up and you have your Blu-ray disc right here. And then you have your pamphlet here, which is really nice. I like the art on this pamphlet. It's really cool. I like that. And you have some nice little parts of the film in here as well, and this nice little border right here. You have the essay, you have acknowledgements, and you have transfer notes as well. This is pretty cool too. And of course, there you go. Transfer notes, special thanks, cast and crew, and all those things. And yeah, nice little pamphlet here. I really like the way this looks. And yeah, it's a really interesting style that they chose for this. I think I really like this. But yeah, and then the back is just this still from the film featuring Nishijima. And that's it for the packaging for the Criterion edition of Drive My Car. This isn't the first time that I've seen Ryusuke Hamaguchi's groundbreaking film Drive My Car. I watched it last year as I prepared to make my best of the year list, and this one landed in my top 5. I thought it was an incredible movie from Mr. Ryusuke Hamaguchi, and I thought that the filmmaking techniques really made for an interesting story of love, of grief, and of course moving on from all that loss. And I had picked this up during the July Criterion Barnes & Noble sale, and I was really excited to finally get to this because this was one movie that I wanted to pick up for a while then, and this was one of my favorite movies of last year. And now, having rewatched it a second time, I have to say I really found myself gravitating towards the performances this time around. At first, I was in love with the direction and with the visual language of Mr. Ryusuke Hamaguchi's film, but this time around, I found myself gravitating towards these performances, especially of Mr. Hidetoshi Nishijima, who gives one of the best performances of last year. And I found myself just fully immersed into that world of his loss and his grief, and especially the other supporting cast, like the people who are in the theater company with him, his chauffeur, and of course, even for the time that you have her, his wife. I think that they all just are incredible characters that are performed by some incredible actors that really do understand the complexities of our characters that we watch on screen. It's such a beautiful movie that really details the hard journey that is accepting loss and accepting hurt that comes with it, especially when one feels some regret from that loss. And Nishijima's character really feels a lot of that regret for not, discussing with his wife the hurt he felt when she was cheating on him. And I just found myself gravitating so much to this story. I think that it's expertly shot. I love the music. I love the sound design. And I think that it's just expertly crafted by Ryusuke Hamaguchi's team and himself. And I found myself just in love with this film again, and it reminded me of the first time that I watched it last year. Now let's talk about the restoration. I watched this film on my Panasonic 4K player, on my TCL 4K TV, and I played the audio through my TV speakers. And I have to say that compared to the first time that I watched this, I loved the look of Drive My Car on my TV. Now, when I first watched this, it was on, streaming, and it didn't have that great of an output, and, it didn't register well with the TV I had at the time. And honestly, I'm going to be real honest with y'all, I don't even think I watched it on a TV the first time. I think I watched this on my iPad the first time. And this time being upscaled to 2K on my Panasonic player and my TV as well, I just found myself gravitating towards the beautiful look of Ryusuke Hamaguchi's Drive My Car. I love the way that this movie looked, especially the colors popping. The red from the car is really well saturated, and it really just pops on that screen. The blues, the greens, and all those colors just really formulate a well palette onto the screen, especially during the last bit of the film when they're in the snow and they're having that really heartbreaking conversation. It really registers well in my TV, and I really did find myself in love with the way that the movie was playing out the colors in this film. I love the resolution. I think that the black and white levels are pretty deep. I think that the contrast is really good as well. And of course, probably now if you watch this on streaming right now, it probably looks even as great as this. This is obviously going to be the better version because physical is always the better version as it plays the better output. But for this massive shift in difference that I watched it on and I heard it, I love the audio in here too. I think that it was super clear, really crisp. There was no humming, no the scratches, and I think that it's a massive difference from when I watched it the first time to when I watched it now, and especially when it comes to the audio and video. and I really enjoyed that. And I think that when you look at the back here and you have all these special features right there, man, it makes for a great purchase at $20 during this Criterion Barnes & Noble sale. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I think that it looks fantastic. I love the resolution, I love the color grading, the audio is really well balanced with the score and with the dialogue, especially during those quiet moments during the film where, you know, some of our characters are speaking sign language, or the moments of contemplation from Mr. Nishijima's character, and all these moments just play really well with the audio restoration work that was done to this film. And of course, looks great, sounds great, a good amount of special features, and to me it is a high recommendation during this month's sale. And of course, it is an incredible movie, one that's just as good as the first time I watched it, and I just fell in love with it all over again. I was reminded of why I think that Mr. Ryusuke Hamaguchi is this incredible director that I can't wait to see more of. And yeah, I loved this movie. I think that there's so much behind it, beyond its thematic explorations, and especially the performances that really give this feeling and this aura of the film. Yeah, high recommendation, y'all. I think it's an incredible movie, and I know that you all will enjoy this. In the comments, let me know, have you seen this film? Do you own this Criterion? And what did you all think of this movie? Because I think it's an incredible film, and I think that it's one of the best films of last year. I have to watch his other movie, Wheel of Fortune and Fantasy. I think that one came out last year as well. I'm really interested in watching that as well. And I also really want to watch his new film that's going to be coming out, I think this year or next year. I know he's working on something else. But for now, that's it, y'all. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with me on all things social media, make sure you follow me at The Nerd Chicano on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd, Serialized, and on TikTok. I'm the same handle on all of those. And of course, if you want to go ahead and check out the Nerdcore, please do. We have our website, thenerdcore.com, the Nerdcore on Twitch and YouTube under the same handle. We've been working really hard on all our podcasts, so please, guys, come and check them out. I think that we've been doing a great job, and I know that you all would like them as well. Please make sure you go check that out. Of course, once again, thenerdcore.com for our website, and Twitch and YouTube is the Nerdcore. And of course, in the next one, we'll be looking at another film in my collection. But for now, to my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. Catch you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.